guys, welcome to Big Sister. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. Today it is my favorite weather. Those of you that's been watching my videos for a while know or should know that I love when it's raining. It's my favorite weather. I feel like, well, two things happen. I get excited and I'm like, oh, I could get cozy and chill. But then I also get a lot of things done. When it's raining, I'm like, oh, let me take the car to the dealership. Let me go do this. Let me go get that done. Because there's not a lot of people around. And I thrive when it's raining. Now, I'm not talking about if it's just pouring down. If it's pouring down, then I'm coming in. I'm going to be in the house, but when it's what it is, where it's just a light drizzle and everything, guys, I absolutely love it. It's just very comforting to me. And I may have said this before, but when I was born, it was lightning and thundering the day I was born. I was born on a Sunday morning, early Sunday morning, about after 1 p.m. in the morning. And according to what I read in this book that my mom had, it was lightning and thundering and all of that. And who knows, maybe that's why I like it so much, but I still do. To this day, I find it very comforting, and I can definitely get a lot of work done, whether it's relaxing in the house or getting out and just going to get a bunch of tasks knocked out. So guys, thank you so much for being subscribers to my channel. As I've said, as you can see, my channel is just starting out. I ask that you like, share, subscribe, like it, guys, because if you like the videos, then of course the algorithm picks that up and that brings more people to this channel. So guys, the last video I believe I did was about Kevin Samuels, the late Kevin Samuels, and I wanted to really talk about how I want to give my opinion on him. There are a lot of people who are offended by the things that he says. I take more of a practical approach. I do not agree with all that Kevin Samuels said or what he stood for, but there were things upon researching and listening to his content, because it was not something that I did not really listen to Kevin Samuels at all. But when I was going to do this video, I felt it was very important that I sat down and really listened to what he's talking about. And in doing that, I was able to extract a few things that made sense and that I felt could be of value to women and things to think about, i.e. having children before marriage, i.e. having a baby with someone that you like right now, but then you hate him later, i.e. realizing that once you have a child, your value in society changes considerably. It doesn't matter what you're thinking, that you're independent and you're all that and you've got it going on. Most men are not going to choose the women with the children. It's just easier to go with someone or to date a person who does not have children. A lot of times you find, because it's just easier to move around and just to do things with them, doesn't require a lot of planning unless this woman is just negligent. A lot of times as well, you have some men who will target single mothers for different reasons, okay? They think they're desperate, so they'll date them and take advantage of them. Sometimes they're predators, sometimes they're abusers, sometimes they just need a place to stay. So there are many reasons. And then you have a small percentage who are actually genuine and who are actually good men who will love this woman, will provide for her children. But a lot of times in these cases, not all, but the flip side is a lot of times these men can be taken advantage of, and then he's on the outside. He always have to be reminded that you are not my dad by the children. And then of course the mother does not want him to discipline her child. I do believe I did a video about this. It may not be dedicated to this topic. I did a video that spoke about men who are jealous of mothers and their sons. So you may want to check that out. And I did one with women who are jealous of fathers and their daughters. And I think I touched on that, how sometimes the mother may not want the man to discipline the children, and that can be of conflict. Anywho, the whole point of this video, guys, is to talk about how one of the things that Kevin Samuels really pushed a lot is to say that women, he always pushed this thing about black women. He was not balanced. I really did not feel like he was balanced a lot. I understand that there are some behaviors and some things within our culture that I have addressed on another platform, and I talk about that. But he made it appear and made it seem as if, only black women are being single mother with children, expecting other men to take care of them. Only black women have this entitled mindset, but that's not the case. As I was doing my research on Kevin Samuels, I was able to I stumbled across a lot of different channels. And one of them I told you guys about was Taylor the Fiend. I'm not promoting anyone's channel. I don't know them, but I'm just talking about these topics, okay? So if you go over there, I'm not endorsing everything that goes on over there, but in terms of addressing where you see non-black women having that same entitled mindset of, oh, you're going to take care of me and my children. Oh, you're going to provide childcare. If you want me to go out with you, then you're going to provide the childcare. You need to do this. You better do that. You need to do this. I also came across another channel called Manosphere, and they are addressing non-black women and the struggles that they have with them. The point that I'm trying to make is that Kevin Samuels pushed a lot of things that made it appear as if it was only black women, or black women are just the ones behaving in this dysfunctional manner. It's not true. There's dysfunction all across the globe, okay? People make good choices and bad choices. A lot of times what happens is people have this idea. They're either going to have a bias towards a group of people based on what they've seen, based on what is pushed in the media, based on what they normally see within their society. They also may have a fantasy as well about what they believe it will be like. Okay, there is a bias or a stereotypical way that people may think about black people, and then they also have this fantasy about what it's like to be with a black person, a black man, a black woman. There may be a bias towards Asian people, and at the same time a fantasy, a bias about white people, and then also a fantasy of what life will be with them. But worldwide, wherever you are, guys, you have to understand that there's the good, the bad, the ugly in all cultures. Depending on how a person was raised, there are people who are toxic, there are people who are irresponsible, there are people who are abusive, there are people who are vengeful, malicious, there are people who lie, steal, cheat, violate children. All those things happen across the globe, regardless of your skin tone. And to bring it back here with what I was speaking about with Kevin Samuels, he was just making it appear at times that, what is it with you black women? Y'all the only ones. He said this a lot. You guys are the only ones who do this. Y'all the only ones that think that. That is not true. Kevin Samuel also used a lot of statistics. And I will tell you something. When I took a statistics class, one thing I learned about surveys and statistics is that there are a lot of things to consider. You have to think about how the information was gathered. Okay, you have to think about whether or not it's there was any bias in the way they collected it. Was it just random selection? Or let's say you wanted to find out, let's say you want to do a statistic on Hawaii, a study on why Fortnite is why Fortnite brings people together and what's positive about it. And there's nothing negative about it. Well, instead of doing a random selection where, I choose different people based on certain parameters, let's just put it like that. But if I just go into like high school and middle school, or if I just go into a place where people are playing Fortnite and I'm getting a survey from them, then that's kind of biased. Where does he get his information? You understand? There's so many things to think about. What was the demographic? How was it collected? Were there any benefits to these surveys? Meaning, hey, you'll get a prize if you answer these questions. There's so many things, guys. So whenever people are coming up with statistics, and I know I didn't explain it really well, but anytime people say, oh, according to the survey, according to that survey, I don't really buy into it, especially after taking that class. You just realize that there's so many things that goes into gathering information. And a lot of times if people want the information to say a certain thing, they're going to go to the demographic that they know will agree. So they will have a higher percentage. You understand? So anyway, all I'm saying, guys, is that when you look at these channels, if you do Manosphere, okay, it's Manosphere, and then Taylor the Fiend. When you look at these channels, at least from what I saw, now they may have other videos I don't know about, but because I was researching the stuff with Kevin Samuels, you know how it is with YouTube. When you're looking for something, it starts bringing up other things. So it brought up these videos where you're getting a different perspective, guys. They even have, I've seen Japanese channels where the guys are saying how it's bad dating Japanese women and all these different things, and the women are saying this about Japanese men, or it's XYZ. So my point is, every culture has their problems. And it's not every Japanese, every black person, every white person, every Indian person. Everyone is not this way. It's just based on character. And as I said, some people have the audacity to just do and think a certain way. But I'm sure a lot of you know this already, but I think sometimes if people tell you over and over again, or you hear over and over again within your culture, oh, you guys are this way, y'all are behaving this way, y'all the reason why, and you don't study and you don't go outside that fishbowl and really see what's going on, then you're going to see, guys, that when we're looking at people just saying, well, all black men are this way, or all black women are behaving this way, you're going to find out it's just them. They have targeted themselves. And when you go and you look, you realize, no, people of different cultures are complaining about the same thing. But what will happen? You may have that black guy that's going to date the white lady, okay, the white woman, and despite her flaws, he's going to overlook it because she is white. He may not date the black woman with the children, but he may date the white woman with children, because there is this thing in his mind that she is by her being white and by her affiliations, she's a better pick, even if she have children. There may be things that a black person may say they'll never tolerate with a black person, but then they get over it with a white person, a white man, and all of a sudden they are not as quick to leave because they're looking at the benefits. Oh, well, he has a boat, he has a yacht, he has this, he has that. He knows these people. He makes my life comfortable. So she's going to sit there and she's going to tolerate all his nonsense, right? And she's going to turn a blind eye to that because he's white. So is that a culture thing? No, it's a mind thing. It's, as I says, it's an audacity thing. So guys, I just want to get on here and just touch on that and just say, listen, people have issues across the board. And a lot of what Kevin Samuels was talking about, and a lot of the things that he was pushing onto the black women and saying, y'all are the only ones. He said it enough where I can say this in confidence, that Kevin Samuels says a lot. Y'all are the only group of women. Y'all are the only group who think like this. Y'all are the only group of women that think like that. Well, surprise, surprise. Guess what? That's not true. Now, is that negative thinking right? No, it's not. Is it good to think negative and to think have this mindset, not be able to face the reality of yourself, not do the work, not change your flaws, not deal with your shortcomings? No, it is not good to do that. You understand? But what I'm simply saying is you shouldn't be thinking in yourself that y'all are the only ones that's screwing up and doing this, and y'all the only group of people that's doing this. No, that's just to shame you and to make you feel bad and to make you believe that it's all you. Okay? Again, we're not taking the responsibility away from those who needs to change or those who needs to do better with themselves and to improve their lives and to stop doing certain things and stop making a bunch of babies. No, but it's just putting that out there so you know, no, it's not a black thing. It's just a individual thing, and it's an audacity thing. All right, guys, I will be coming back and doing a video at some point talking a little bit about single parents and the expectations on that. Sometimes our expectations may be a little bit unrealistic. Okay? And we're going to talk about that in another video. So, thanks for listening.